March 17th, 2023, a Ring doorbell camera in Portland, Oregon captures something that defies explanation. At 3:47 a.m., the motion sensor activates, but there's no person, no animal, just a slow-moving wave of deep crimson light, pulsing like a heartbeat, crawling across the porch. The homeowner, Jennifer Matthews, watches the footage the next morning and feels her blood run cold. Because that red glow, it stops directly in front of her door and stays there for exactly 7 minutes, then vanishes. No source, no explanation, just gone. Welcome to the phenomenon. Security experts are calling Haunted Hues, unexplained colors appearing on CCTV and doorbell cameras worldwide. Colors that shouldn't exist. Colors that move with intention. Tonight we're investigating 4 cases that will make you question everything your cameras are showing you. Developer in Case 1, the Crimson Visitor. Let's return to Jennifer's footage. After posting it online, she received dozens of messages from neighbors within a 3-block radius. All of them had captured the same red light between 3:04 and 4 a.m. over a 2-week period. But here's where it gets disturbing. The light appeared to move strategically, visiting one house each night in sequential order down the street. Jennifer was number 7. She called the police, but what could they investigate? A color? The next night, her camera triggered again. Same time, but this time, the red light had turned a sickly purple and it was trying to seep under her door. You can see it on the footage, tendrils of violet luminescence pushing against the weather stripping like liquid smoke. She didn't sleep in her house for 3 days. When she finally returned, the phenomenon had stopped. But her doorbell camera now malfunctions every night at exactly 3:47 a.m., displaying only static and that deep, pulsing red. The lingering question, was the light searching for something or someone? Developerman, Case 2, the Odger Sentinel, June 2nd, 2023. Manchester, England. David Chen's security camera picks up an electric blue orb hovering in his driveway at 11:23 p.m. Unlike Jennifer's red wave, this light is concentrated, almost solid, and it's watching his house. David reviews 2 weeks of archive footage and discovers the orb has been appearing every night, always in the same spot, always for exactly 18 minutes, but each night it moves 3 feet closer to his front door. He does the math. In 4 more nights it will reach his entrance. He contacts paranormal investigators and sets up additional cameras. Night 3. The blue orb is now close enough that it illuminates his entire porch in an otherworldly glow. The temperature sensor on his smart doorbell records a 40-degree drop in seconds. Night 4, David decides to confront it. He opens his door while the orb hovers just 6 feet away. The footage shows him stepping outside. The blue light intensifies, and then David staggers backward, his face locked in an expression of pure terror. He slams the door and won't speak about what he saw. But he's moved out of that house. The new owners? They've reported the same blue orb, starting from the original position in the driveway, beginning its slow approach all over again. Development, Case 3, the Schrammatick Schild, August 14th, 2023. A baby monitor in Austin, Texas captures something that still haunts child psychologists. The Rodriguez family's nursery camera shows their 2-year-old daughter, Emma, standing in her crib at 2:15 a.m., giggling and pointing at the corner of the room. There's nothing visible to the camera's standard lens. But when her father checks the night vision mode the next morning, he sees it. A small, child-sized silhouette composed entirely of shifting, rainbow-colored static. It's sitting in the corner where Emma was pointing. For 3 hours, the footage shows Emma playing with this chromatic entity, rolling a ball back and forth, though the colorful shape has no visible hands. The family consulted with both tech experts and paranormal researchers. The camera was tested extensively. No malfunction, no interference, no rational explanation. Most disturbing? Audio analysis revealed a second voice on the recording, whispering beneath Emma's laughter. The words, when isolated and enhanced, "I used to live here too." Property records show a child died in that house in 1987. Emma, now 3, still talks about her rainbow friend and asks why he can't come back. Climax, Case 4A, the Watching Yellow, which brings us to the most recent and most unexplained case. October 31st, 2023. Halloween night. Across 17 different cities, spanning 4 countries, doorbell cameras simultaneously captured the same phenomenon at exactly midnight, a wall of yellow light moving through neighborhoods like a slow, searching fog. But this wasn't random. Every camera that caught this light belonged to a house where someone had died within the past year. The footage is identical. Thick, mustard-colored luminescence that seems to pause at each door, pulsing 3 times, then moving on to the next marked house. Here's what keeps investigators awake at night. In each case, the yellow light left something behind. Not physical evidence. The cameras show no residue, no trace. But every person who reviewed their own footage reported the same experience, an overwhelming sense of being watched, of something now knowing they exist. Climax CTA, 3 weeks after Halloween, new reports surface daily. Different colors, different behaviors. But always the same, impossible reality. Something is using our security cameras not just to be seen, but to see us. Jennifer's red light hasn't returned, but she receives notifications every night at 3:47 a.m. from a doorbell camera she disconnected and threw away. David won't go near cameras anymore. He's covered every lens in his new apartment. The Rodriguez family moved, but Emma draws pictures of rainbow shadows in every house they try. And those 17 households visited by the yellow light, they're all reporting the same new phenomenon. Every camera in their homes now occasionally displays a single frame, just for a split second, their own house, filmed from the inside, looking out, shh, as if something is still there, looking through their eyes. Check your footage. Really look at it. Because the question isn't whether these haunted hues are real. The question is, what are they looking for? And what happens when they find it? Subscribe and share your own unexplained camera footage in the comments. You might not be alone in what you've seen. And if you've noticed strange colors on your security cameras, whatever you do, don't approach them. Because some things, once they see you, never stop watching. The surveillance age promised to make us safer. But what if we'd given something else the perfect way to watch us back?